Hello guys, welcome back to the Boat Gang. Alright, the Boat Gang has actually blessed me with a new boat. Little goodie box here. Okay, this is a Miss Geico 24. It's actually a discontinued Proboat model. Big shout out to Steven and his son Luke. You guys rock. Okay, thank you very much. Today we're going to unbox the boat, take a good look at it. It's a discontinued model. There's some issues with the boat, some things that need to be repaired, so we're actually going to do a repair series on the Miss Geico 24, get it running tip top, do some running videos, top the boat out, and yeah, it should be a fun project. Big shout out to the Boat Gang. Let's get it. Yes, sir, buddy. Yes, sir, buddy. Oh, man, I freaking love it. Steven, Luke, you guys are freaking awesome, man. You guys are freaking awesome. Oh, man. So, what happened? They were driving the boat, okay? Luke was driving the boat, and the universal joint for this strut rudder actually let loose, okay? And you know, it actually could happen to anybody. This is kind of a poor design. It's a strut rudder strutter, okay? Steers and propels the boat, okay? And Luke was driving the boat and it let loose, and you know, Steven, he had a hard time trying to find the replacement, the parts to fix the boat with. You can't get upgrade parts for it. The stock parts are non-existent, okay? So they sent the boat to me, and I really appreciate it. And I've actually cleaned the boat up. I got it, you know, I got all the tape marks and stuff off, and it cleaned up really nice. It's a really nice boat, and I was actually considering, you know, just trying to get it working, get it going, and I was going to kind of send it back to him. But you know, I looked through my junk, and I had some old universal joints which they didn't work. That's why I was, you know, considering sending it back, and they're just not going to work. So you know, I think I'm just going to kind of hold on to the boat. He sent it to me, so I think I'm going to hold on to it, and I think we're going to freaking ironclad it out, and we're going to make this thing freaking zip across the water. Okay, I got a few ideas in mind. So he actually sent the transmitter, okay, with the receiver. All right, the old Proboat transmitter. All right, it's basically the same exact hull as the Blackjack 24. Okay, I think they discontinued this model because of the issues they were having with this strut rudder combo. A lot of issues from what I heard with the universal joints letting loose, and a few other things that they had wrong with it. Okay, so they discontinued it, come out with the Blackjack 24. As you can see, the Blackjack 24 hatch, it's square, whereas this one is kind of circular. Okay, there's a couple changes on the hatch, and of course the Blackjack 24 has a strut and an offset rudder. Okay, that's the noticeable differences. The bottom of the boat basically the same as a 24. It's the same width, same length, the whole nine. Okay, so on this model, it actually come with magnets, which I thought was pretty cool. Has the outer hatch, you take it off, and you got your inner hatch, which I kind of like. One of the big problems with the 24 is it gets a lot of water in it from around the hatch opening, you know, and yeah, and that's pretty cool. So they actually they're running a 45 amp 3S capable ESC. This model here is running a 1500 kV 6-pole brushless motor. It's actually it says it's a 3835, but it's actually a 3653. Okay, 1500 kV. So I'm thinking, and they were running, this boat come with nickel metal stock. I think 3200 milliamp nickel metal with a 1500 kV 6-pole motor, 45 amp ESC. It's kind of funny to me, but what guys would do when they got this boat, they would actually put like a 2 or 3S LiPo in the boat, and it would actually scoot. It would actually scoot along. You know, I'm thinking that 1500 kV 6-pole, the RPM per volt adds up. It'll handle 6S. Most all of Dynamite's motors can be overvolted. So we're going to try it. But first we're going to run the boat in its stock form, you know, I'm actually going to do away, like right away, we're going to do away with the strut rudder. And I actually, I was digging around, and I have this flat bottom strut I bought for my UL19. And I actually got to get a cable and some other stuff for the UL19. I'm not really in a hurry to get that boat going. So I think I'm going to throw this on here so we can go ahead and get started on the build. All right, which will probably just run a .150, something I have laying around. And just a generic 70, or that might be an 80 millimeter, 85 millimeter rudder. Okay, boom. You guys can see on the transom on the 24, it's actually got a wider standoff than the Miss Geico. That's where they were running the rudder at. So what I'm going to do is more than likely probably shim up this rudder so we get it like a proper standoff, you know, proper like width, distance from the propeller type deal. You know, we'll make a little extension block for that so I can just use what I have. Okay, so that's basically what the flat bottom Speedmaster strut will look like. Okay, it's gonna be a good size. It's a little big for the boat, but it'll work. I was actually kind of contemplating getting a TFL inline strut rudder, 110 millimeter long rudder with a TFL 3/16 strut, and it might just bolt right up to the stock bracket right here. Just bolt right onto the boat. You'd have to upgrade the cable and a stuffing tube, but the inline strut rudder would work. The only bad thing about the inline strut rudder from TFL is you're limited to prop size. I ran into that issue with another boat, and it kind of limited to prop size, which it should. You know, this boat here should take like a 42 millimeter prop. That's about it. It should be good. TFL also offers the same strut with an offset rudder bracket, okay, which will allow you to run bigger props. This will actually be a good video for a lot of you guys, the upgrade, because you know, these boats are still around, you know, and like I said, these things are problematic, and it'll probably be a good upgrade video for a lot of you guys. And this right here was common on some of the older models, not just from Proboat. Other companies did this strut rudder. There was a whole like phase they went through with this right here. It was like the hotness back then. And it'll kind of cross-reference over to some of the other models, you know. So what we're going to do is use the Flycolor 90 with the Flow Pack Cat Pack. Okay, we're going to put that in the Miss Geico with the stock motor. We're going to run 4 6S. I'll probably mount the batteries down in the sponsons. Okay, that was the ESC I had in this boat, my 24. I actually put an RC Boat Bits 175 up forward there. So we're actually going to try to beat our PB of 76 on 4S with this boat. Okay, here shortly. Everything's done. Just gotta wait for to get the time to do it. So yeah, we're gonna probably run 4S on the boat. Okay, yeah, and definitely gonna run 6S in it. Okay, gonna mount the batteries and the sponsons, like I said. Run this 3665 2100 kV Turnigy motor. All right, so I'll have like a 6S 24 and my 4S 24. You know, we'll kind of run the boats and have some fun with them. That's kind of my plan, you know. I really wish I could have fixed the boat for you guys and just kind of sent it back to you, but like, you know, it's just fully involved to do all this, and I think you guys will enjoy what I have in store. I think you guys will enjoy our build process and running the boat, trying to max it out. I think it'll be a fun little series, fun playlist for you guys. Love them. So, yeah, I appreciate you guys for watching. Luke, Steven, you guys are freaking awesome. Boat gang for life, baby. We'll see you next time. Big B with Ironclad RC.